Stroganoff recipe, a classic homemade dish that combines tender beef, sautéed mushrooms, onions, and garlic in a rich sauce served over warm egg noodles. To start this flavorful journey, you will need some thinly sliced beef, preferably a tender cut like sirloin, seasoned generously with salt and black pepper. We also need fresh mushrooms, onions, and garlic for that essential savory base, along with beef broth, Worcestershire sauce, Dijon mustard, and the star ingredient, which is rich sour cream. Begin by carefully slicing your beef into very thin strips, making sure to cut against the grain to ensure the meat remains incredibly tender after cooking. Once sliced, sprinkle the meat with salt and freshly ground black pepper, giving everything a good toss so each piece is evenly seasoned and ready for the hot skillet. Heat a large skillet over medium-high heat and add a splash of olive oil before placing the beef in a single layer to ensure proper browning. Avoid overcrowding the pan so the meat develops a beautiful caramelization on the outside, then transfer the browned beef to a separate plate to rest while we build the sauce. Reduce the heat to medium and add a knob of butter to the same skillet, letting it melt before adding your finely chopped onions. Cook the onions for several minutes until they become soft and translucent, picking up all those flavorful browned bits left behind by the beef to create a deep, savory foundation for our meal. Now, add the sliced mushrooms to the skillet and cook them until they turn a gorgeous golden brown and their moisture has completely evaporated. This step is crucial for flavor development, so take your time before adding the minced garlic and sautéing for another 30 seconds until the entire kitchen smells absolutely incredible. Sprinkle a little flour over the cooked mushrooms and onions, stirring constantly for about a minute to cook out the raw flour taste and thicken the base. Slowly pour in the beef broth while scraping the bottom of the pan, then whisk in the Worcestershire sauce and Dijon mustard to add depth and tang. Let the sauce simmer gently for a few minutes until it starts to thicken, then turn the heat down to low before stirring in the sour cream. It is important to keep the temperature low at this stage to ensure the sour cream incorporates smoothly, resulting in that signature velvety texture that defines a perfect stroganoff. It is time to bring the browned beef back into the skillet along with any juices that collected on the plate, stirring gently to coat every piece. Allow the mixture to simmer for a few more minutes so the beef finishes cooking and absorbs the rich flavors of the garlic, onions, and creamy mushroom sauce. While the beef is finishing, cook your egg noodles in a large pot of boiling salted water according to the package instructions.